Liam Rosenior is after a centre-back this month, and they're working on a move for Raheem Sterling to leave Stamford Bridge. To sign £56 million rated centre-back Jeremy Jacquet from Rennes, Everton and Nottingham. Welcome back. Right, let's take a quick look, shall we, at some of the stories making the back pages today. Let's start with the Express. They are reporting that Chelsea's Cole Palmer is willing to return to Manchester to join Manchester United, although the former Manchester City player has a big contract, a contract until 2033 at Stamford Bridge. Liverpool. And we've got to start with Cole Palmer, Darren Ambrose. We know he's a Manchester United fan, chippy chips, etc. The Chelsea fans aren't going to like that story, are they?
They're not. I don't think Liam Rosenior is going to like that either, to be honest. And he's had his injury problems, but he's the main player. He's the best player at Chelsea, let's be honest. When he's on form, he's the best player. But Manchester United are on the up, shall we say. And yes, they've got an interim manager at the moment in Michael Carrick. Who knows where that's going to go? Who knows who's the manager's going to be? Can't see that happening this January, to be honest. There's an awful lot of money, again, if they can get that done this January. But that may be one for the future. You know what Chelsea's model is like. They buy the young players and then sell them on for a lot of profit. Well, he's still only 23, Cole Palmer, by the way. He seems like he's been around for ages, but still only 23. So I can see this one rumbling on till the summer for sure.
Pivotal to Chelsea, though, isn't he, in their future? And Rosenior, if he's to be there for anywhere near the length of his contract, is going to want to keep hold of Cole Palmer. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Chris, centre-backs is not enough. They need a ninth. Chris Reedy, they need a young French promising centre-back. That sounds very cynical, but they're looking at Jeremy Jacquet, who, by the way, and when we've had Julien Laurent on this show, sings his praises. Hasn't played for France yet, but says it's just a matter of time.
Yep, just a matter of time. Chelsea are working on a deal to sign the centre-back, and they believe it's a player who can go straight into the starting 11. Rennes believe they value the player around £56 million, but other options for Chelsea do include Bournemouth's Marcos Senesi and Como's Jacobo Ramon as well. So, yeah, like you said, a lot of centre-backs on that Chelsea squad list.
That's a lot of money, by the way, Chris. A lot of money.
It is, but this is what Chelsea do, and they'll believe that is someone.
I'm looking at 83 games in total.
Yeah.
And half of them for Rennes B side and Clermont B side. 56 million for a player when they don't need a centre-back is a ridiculous amount of money.
How do you think this conversation works behind the scenes with Blue Co, with Todd Boehly and co? Liam Rosenior has obviously seen this guy very close up when he's been managing Strasbourg. So you'd imagine that he's pushing to go, look, I can vouch for this.
I see Liam Rosenior saying, I like this player, I think he'll do well. The powers that be saying, can we sell him? Okay, have we got to sell on? Will he 56 million? How much will he be worth in 3, 4, 5 years? And if Rosenior just says that he'll be worth 80, 90 million, then they'll give it the green light, because that's their model, Chelsea.
I don't even need to list it. We haven't got time to list those 8 centre-backs, but it's a problem area, isn't it? When they spent so much money on these players with promise, and some of them could really come good in the years to come. But when you look at them, that marginally between them, there's not much.
No, there's not, and they seem to be just wasting money left, right and centre on centre-halves. But there must be, you'll know more than me, there must be defenders that are going to be going out the door if this player's coming in.
I mean, I have to say, obviously, just because Rennes value him at £56 million doesn't mean that that deal will be agreed at that price. You know, Chelsea are...
That'll be 70.
You said that, not me. But look, Chelsea, I'm sure will try and get that down. They'll put the money over a long contract as well, as they usually do, to kind of amortise the figure.
They're going to get some out the door as well, Chris, and Disasi could be one that could be on his way quite quickly, right?
Disasi could be one.
Spell at Aston Villa.
Yeah, Disasi could be one. I think, Liam Rosenior mentioned that he'd had a chat with him this week, potentially about... He has reintegrated him into training, but we know that Chelsea are kind of stacked in that position. Raheem Sterling as well, another one that we believe Napoli now are looking at as an option in terms of a loan. Fulham as well, another team who've been mentioned there. So I think, Chelsea are definitely going to be busy later.
And we're going to be busy in the next 10 minutes or so when we come back, because we're going to be talking about the Championship, the Scottish Premiership and Nottingham Forest as well. Nottingham Forest fans, are you going to bring in a striker this window? Stay with it. Bring you up to speed with in the Championship. Middlesbrough are back in for Brighton's Jeremy Sarmiento as they look to hijack Birmingham's deal for the attacking midfielder. Hull City also close to securing a loan move for Manchester United midfielder Toby Collier. Watford have completed completed the signing of Eduardo Bova from Roma, and Manchester United left-back Harry Amass is expected to join Norwich City on loan for the rest of the season. Martin O'Neill, meanwhile, has confirmed the signing of Thomas Kivankara. That's imminent. Martin O'Neill is saying he should be available for the huge game against Scottish Premiership leaders Hearts on Sunday. O'Neill is also hopeful of more signings and says the arrival of Kivankara will not solve all of Celtic's problems.
It would be nice. I think Seb here would say that the squad needs supplementing. We need some help from, and that was nice, I must admit. And we've got some time still left to try and get a few more players in, if it's at all possible. I'm hoping that it will be.
Are you hopeful that there could be anyone else in the door before the game on Sunday?
Well, obviously this here takes at this minute immediate priority, of course. We get back on Friday and we're working away, and that I couldn't really tell you at this minute.
And next up for Celtic, it is a big one, isn't it? It's massive, in fact. Hearts on Sunday, coverage starting at 2:30 on Sky Sports Football. Rangers well and truly in the title race as well. Head coach Danny Röhl has hinted that they could make a statement signing before the end of the transfer window. The club have already signed 3 new players so far this January.
You can imagine I knock every day on the door from the recruitment and ask something new. But we made so far a good job. I think this is good to have these 3 players now here. And then what I said, it's about now timing. We have a clear idea, and now we have to wait. Maybe there's a domino on another club, and then we can take this opportunity for us.
Would you be confident there's a chance of bringing in a real kind of wow signing between now and the end of January that really makes a statement for your intentions that going through?
I will not tell so much, because then maybe there's a disappointed if it's not the case. But maybe there's someone where we can bring an exciting signing in. But yeah, it's a lot of if and maybe, and let's wait.
Right, let's bring it back to the Premier League, guys, and let's talk about Burnley. Will they be a Premier League side next season? They've still got a chance, haven't they? Scott Parker's side. And we're hearing, Chris Reedy, they want to sign the West Ham midfielder James Ward-Prowse, which is the team not far above them in the Premier League table. This makes sense to me. I just don't understand why West Ham would let that creativity leave that's sitting under Nuno's nose.
Yeah, look, clearly Nuno Espirito Santo and James Ward-Prowse, that's just not a mix that works well, because he had him at Nottingham Forest on loan, didn't play there. Since Nuno's come into West Ham, he's not featured in a matchday squad. He has highlighted how professional Ward-Prowse has been throughout his time at West Ham. But yeah, Burnley really keen on a loan until the end of the season. They've explored the conditions for this deal. He's not, like I said, he's not in the squad plans for Nuno. And Burnley really need a midfielder since Josh Cullen suffered that ACL injury.
Why, Darren? When you look at this as well, look, he's one behind David Beckham's free kick record. He's got assists coming out of his ears. He's, to me, the model professional. He's not a disruptor. He's a captain. He's a leader. Just ask anyone at Southampton. Is that not what West Ham need right now? I mean, fair play. What a coup this would be for Burnley.
It is what they need at the moment. I just get a feeling that Nuno don't like him, to be honest. I think they've had a falling out. That he's a professional player. He needs to leave. He needs to get out of there. He needs to go somewhere. And probably the ideal place is Burnley. You've got Scott Parker, centre midfielder himself, and he'll know what James Ward-Prowse can bring. He'll know the creativity he brings. We see there, he's one free kick away from equaling David Beckham's record in the Premier League. So I feel for James Ward-Prowse, because as you said, he seems a model pro. You never see him coming out and disrupting, causing any problems. Just needs to get out of the club, to be honest, because I don't think the supporters are having him particularly too much either, and I don't think the manager is.
Is this how this all ends? He goes to Burnley, and then suddenly down the line, Nuno becomes the Burnley manager, and he's off again. I mean, that's what he must be thinking. He's at Forest, and then he goes to West Ham.
Keeps following him around and ruining his career. That's what Nuno's doing.
Behind the scenes there.